Dear friends, speaking about Václav Havel is not an easy task, or it may be both easy and hard. Beyond what is said or written on the internet about his personality, a dissident, politicians, writer, statesman, Havel was a Democrat, devoted without any hesitation to the cause of human rights. But Václav Havel was even more than that. He became, even since his life, a symbol. Firstly, the very image of the freedom of creation imprisoned by the communist dictatorship. Then, the one of liberating this force, and ultimately of promoting another kind of politics based on moral values. I knew him as a statesman with whom I shared the same civic ideals, but overall, he was one of my best friends. The one who wrote about the power of those without power would reach a future situation of a person to accomplish a fair management of the power. The one who had spoken about non-political politics should have learned to apply sometimes the most pragmatic politics, using all political means when the context, and especially the country's interest, required that. He had also learned what political life means. I always evoke his speech held at the Bucharest University when he received the title of Doctor Honoris Causa. His speech entitled Illusions and Ideals. Havel warned all of us that most people have illusions, not ideals. Because for ideals, you must fight yourself, and even when necessary, be ready to die fighting. Illusions, on the other hand, are so easy to transfer on others and avoid taking responsibility for. Havel understood one thing that he made very clear and very instructively for us today. Without a wide allocation of moral values and obligations, neither the law, nor a democratic government, nor even the market economy will function correctly. In my opinion, this is a key of the proper functioning of the society, and therefore I believe that Václav Havel, who is most often seen in the West as a prophet of anti-totalitarian fight, will be more and more regarded as a mentor and as a prophet of the post-totalitarian time. If we read today what Havel wrote 20 years ago, things are very up to date, and this is a lesson also for the Arab Spring and for all the countries seeking to discover democracy with its risk and hardship people encounter in the way to adapt to a system that not only offers freedom, as they understand very quickly, but also require responsibility. Dear friends, it is hard for me to believe that Václav Havel left us, even though I have helplessly witnessed his hard fight with a merciless disease, and then I welcomed him at his funeral. Just a few days before he left us, we have signed 2 appeals to free political detainers from different parts of the world. Now, these appeals have become, in a way, his last will. Dear friends, a great poet of my country, Mihai Eminescu, considered that mourning for the departed is like the shadow of those left cast upon the ones that are still alive. Václav Havel places us in a cone of bright, of high ideals for those who ceaselessly fought, making no compromise. It is not easy to live under the clear sky of these ideals, but any try to live in this way represents the real homage that we can bring to Václav Havel memory. Now, Václav Havel Prize for Creative Dissent is for ladies in white. Ladies and gentlemen, Berta Gomez, the leader of Cuba's Ladies in White, appears here at the Oslo Freedom Forum in her first trip outside Cuba since she was born 49 years ago. The Ladies in White are a group of women who have walked quietly down Havana's main street every Sunday holding flowers. Even during bad weather and in hurricane season, they march demanding the release of innocent husbands, brothers, and fathers who were arrested during Cuba's Black Spring, a government crackdown on dissent that resulted in the arrest and imprisonment of 75 independent journalists, librarians, and human rights activists. They will never stop marching until those they love are freed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Berta Soler.
Muchas gracias a todos los presentes. Estoy muy emocionada. Realmente quiero darle las gracias también a la organización Freedom por haber depositado esa confianza en nosotras las damas de blanco. Esto es un reconocimiento no solo para las damas de blanco, es un reconocimiento para la disidencia interna dentro de Cuba. Quiero decirles que a todos los que tuvieron que ver con este premio, que depositaron confianza en nosotras las damas de blanco, no los vamos a defraudar. Nuestra lucha es con premio o sin premio. Es una lucha pacífica para acabar con la dictadura de los Castro. Recuerden que no hay dictadura ni de izquierda ni de derecha. Todo es una dictadura. Hay que erradicar con la dictadura. Queremos una Cuba sin los Castro. Gracias.